they can make the last 8 as one of the 2 best third-place teams. There's a massive occasion for them, and they know that Venezuela are much improved. Venezuela, like Bolivia, so often South American whipping boys, but in recent times the baseball-mad country has converted to football. It has been reflected in their results at international level. You feel that expectations perhaps are too high?
Well, I think the expectations are always on the home team, aren't they? With the host nation, I think fans always expect it, don't they? We've seen a lot of this already in the tournament, haven't we? The old block off and that, but at least the referees are picking up on it. But of course there's expectation, and the Peru fans expect to win.
First minute free kick then, which Palacios will take. Headed there is by Cicero. It is Ross. Ross, a defensive midfielder who's been brought into the Venezuelan lineup. Venezuela beaten in their opening fixture by Colombia. 1-0 defeat. Beaten because of a questionable penalty, and their coach, Richard Paez, has said that he hopes that the referee here will be strong. He feels that he could be influenced by the home support. Pizarro. Dispossessed by Jone Hernandez, who plays his club football, of course, in Scotland with Dundee. Palacios eager to get involved. Vilches there forward. There's Mendoza on the bench for the opening fixture, but the Peruvian coach has decided that he needs to be positive here. Farfan fouled. It's a rather cagey opening, Tony.
Well, I think Peru, I mean, as you would expect as the home team, they've got to make the most of this atmosphere. They've got to push forward.
And they're pushing forward now.
It's a bit unfortunate there, wasn't he? Palacios just come off the back of him. Didn't quite get the run of the ball there, but they've got to take the game to Venezuela. They've got to make the most of this home advantage. The passionate fans and that, and they want to see them pushing forward, attack them, don't sit back, try and get forward, try and create some chances in the opening 10 minutes or so. If you get that opening goal, it'll make a huge difference. Get the fans right behind you for the whole game.
And Galucci there put under pressure unexpectedly, the goalkeeper. Let's get Ibanez in goal for Peru. Actually celebrates his 37th birthday next month. He was overlooked for the opening 2 World Cup qualifying fixtures. Young Eric Delgado of Sporting Cristal got his chance, but for this tournament the coach has decided that he needs a bit of experience at the back. Solano pleads innocence. Venezuela have the free kick.
Salas and Solano, wasn't it? Bit of a sandwich in the end. Not sure it was a free kick, the ref's given it.
Rango being closely watched. Ball to pick out there on the edge of that penalty area. Free kick from Mervitali wasn't a particularly good one.
It was a poor one, wasn't it? I mean, he's got to do better than that. He's in a good position on the left-hand side. He's got to whip in, at least beat the first man, and he didn't do that.
Jimenez. Benia. Again, it's Farfan who's driving forward, and as we saw in the first game this evening, the game that Colombia won with that last-minute goal, he went down very, very easily.
Yeah, a bit of an arm up there from Jimenez. I don't think it was anything too nasty.
Another sharp challenge there from Venia. Vilches operating wide on the left-hand side of the Peruvian backline of four. It's a fairly fluid and flexible formation, this. Andres Mendoza providing good support to Claudio Pizarro, who often drops deep into midfield to get possession. It's a comfortable take for Angelucci. And here come Venezuela, who have a free kick now in a very inviting position close to the edge of that penalty area. Rojas it was who was fouled then. This is well within range of Jimenez and Arango.
It was definitely a foul, wasn't it, on Rojas? Solano, wasn't it, tracking back? I don't like to see that though, Rojas. He's on the floor and he's waving the imaginary yellow card. Just get on with it. It's a definite foul, but it's no more than that. Clumsy challenge more than anything.
Vitali is having a look. Twice now he's had an opportunity to take free kicks on that left-hand side, and twice he's failed to deliver.
Yeah, again, it was a good position, wasn't it? I'm not sure how many of those opportunities they'll get from dead balls, but they've got to do better than that, Vitali.
Fernandez with the throw. Hammered upfield by Ibanez. Mendoza just lost sight of the ball then as it dropped out of the night sky. Here he is again. Mer Vitali to pick out Venia. Jimenez has been caught in possession. Crowd are responding to that long-range effort from Palacios, but the whistle had already gone.
Yeah, the whistle had long gone, hadn't it? It was a foul. He pulls him down. The referee blows up straight away. Good effort from Palacios, and the crowd got excited, but the whistle had long blown.
There's been a lot of debate in the newspapers in Peru these last couple of days. Questions being asked about just why Auturi, the coach, decided to leave the star man out for that opening fixture. He said it was for tactical reasons. Well, that didn't impress many in the media. The Libero newspaper's editorial said that not starting with the best player was sheer stupidity. And maybe the pressure has worked, because Peru now do have Palacios in their starting lineup, along with Mendoza, who there has been able to win a corner kick. Bocio's gone forward from the back. Will be another corner. Cesaro was convinced then that he was nudged as he tried to clear. Mendoza there, a formidable figure, as is Claudio Pizarro. Cassetti also in there. Delivery was poor though, easily dealt with by Arango. And by Farfan. Mendoza, ready to head clear. Since Tony, that Venezuela at the moment need to slow the pace down a little bit, just need to impose themselves a bit more perhaps in midfield and to dictate things.
Well, I think dictate is the key word, isn't it? They want to play the game at their pace, but I mentioned it right at the start, but I do feel Peru have started very positively. They're trying to play the game with a high tempo, and that's what they've got to do. But Venezuela, they just want to take the pace out of the game, and when they do get the ball like now, they've got to keep hold of it, don't give it away cheaply like that.
last won the Copa America back in 1975. They had another success way back in 1939. They were regulars in the World Cup for a number of years, but their last appearance in world football's biggest event was back in 1982. Qualification for Germany 2006 remains the priority. As you might expect, they've chosen quite a strong squad for this tournament. There's so much to the country in general. Sorry there, the Peruvian coach. Brazilian who's in desperate need of a good run. He's had his critics certainly during what has been an increasingly uneasy World Cup qualifying programme.
Still very tight though, isn't it, in that World Cup qualifying campaign? You've still got an excellent chance, Peru, you feel, of perhaps qualifying. Not done it, as you say, for a few years now, but it is very, very tight.
It's so tight, in fact, that Venezuela, who are currently 6th in qualifying, are just 3 points behind Brazil, but they're not yet at halfway. Farfan with a follow-up shot then after the initial effort from Pizarro had been blocked. Farfan, who PSV Eindhoven have paid £1 million for. He will be playing his club football in the Netherlands next season.
Difficult chance, wasn't it? Comes to him, he's got to take it very early. Difficult skill on the volley. Didn't quite get it right that time.
Touched on by Pizarro. There was a late whistle. And it's because of the injury to Heyo, who's gone down, following the collision with Arango.
Well, there was an early challenge, and the ball continued, and the pair of them were still rolling around on the floor. They're sort of accusing him of elbowing and that. I don't know whether we will get a replay of the incident. I'm sure we will, but they was both still wrestling on the floor. There we go. You see the original challenge there. The ball gets cleared. It's right in front of the referee, so he should have seen exactly what went on. I'm not sure we're going to get a clear view of it, but you see when the ball does come back on the left-hand side, the pair of them were still on the floor.
And it doesn't really help Peru, because you feel that having established themselves so early in the game, they just want to keep the momentum going.
That's right. I mean, it'll suit Venezuela. They love all the stoppages and killing time and everything, and they'll probably be well pleased, I reckon, with a draw today. But Peru, they've got the impetus and they need to keep it going. They don't want all these stoppages.
Revosio decides to surrender possession. Venezuela tried to build again. And by Rey, the skipper. Hernandez, who only made his international debut this time last year. Curiously enough, he made his international debut for Venezuela in England. Fixture played at Vicarage Road, Watford. Football is sometimes a curious game.
Played there many a time.
Now Vitali. Arango just unable to get Rondon in there.
There's the incident I was talking about. Almost the old boot in the face there, isn't it, from Arango? I'm not sure he meant it, though.
Did look as though he was trying to take evasive action.
Yeah, he was.
Hernandez with the block. Here he is again. Paez. Ricardo Paez, whose father Richard is the Venezuelan coach. Richard Paez has had 3 years in charge. Also played for Venezuela many years ago. In fact, he was in the team beaten 11-0 by Argentina back in 1975. It's Venezuela's heaviest ever defeat.
Well, thank you for reminding him about that, won't he?
Arango supplying the vision and also a fair amount of the skill in the centre of midfield for Venezuela. Baenia. And by Cicero. Ball just run out of play. Fantastic support, as you might expect, for Peru. In previous years, the Copa America has always been held in one city. Peru decided to take all the games around the country, 7 different venues. And the government have also supplied some cash so that the stadiums could be improved.
Peru just getting a bit frustrated at the moment. They've had some good possession, Venezuela, keeping the ball. A few whistles from the crowd and that. And then you get the clumsy challenges coming from Jo like that. It's a simple game plan for Venezuela. You can see what they're doing. They're defending deep in numbers, flooding the midfield, 5 in midfield. Poor old Rondon's up on his own. Not going to get much service and much help tonight. Just going to have to work hard. But they're just going to try and stifle the game, and it's up to Peru to try and break Venezuela down. Can they do it? Are they good enough? We'll soon find out.
Or are we going to have a repeat of the World Cup qualifier here, which finished 0-0? Venezuela have found goals hard to come by in their World Cup qualifying campaign. They've scored just 6 in 7 games, even though they're 6th in the table of 10. They're the lowest scorers in South America. Solano. Pizarro prepared to scrap. Solano again. That should have been comfortable for the goalkeeper, but his punch wasn't a particularly good one. May have just taken his eye off the ball then, but Pizarro hasn't taken his eye off the ball. It's brilliant play this by Claudio Pizarro. Just unable to reach Mendoza. Vilches. Paez was looking for the foul. Back come Peru with Palacios. He is the inspiration of this nation. Fafa. Palacios once more. Jimenez to make the interception.
Well, they've got some good players, haven't they, Peru? Palacios, Pizarro, Nobby Solano we know all about. He's a wonderful player. But what they've got to do, they've got to get more bodies in the box. Great cross coming from Pizarro there. There was only Mendoza in the box on his own with 4 defenders.
Palacios there looking for the free kick. He ran straight into Baenia. Pizarro, always a threat in the air. He's got plenty of support, but the delivery again was poor.
Expect better, don't you, from Palacios? Seen a few free kicks already early in this game. A few from Venezuela. That one from Palacios. Poor delivery. Even if you are going round the back post, you're not going to get on the end of that one.
Angelucci just irritating the home support. 20 minutes played and we've got delaying tactics already.
It's all part of the game. You can see the Peruvians getting a little bit frustrated, but that's the plan that Venezuela have got, and they've got to deal with it.
Actually, the Peruvian coach made the point after the opening game against Bolivia that he felt his team confused haste with impatience, and our nerves showed, he said. They were 2 down before they started to play on that occasion. Now they've got some defending to do here against Venezuela.
Yep, good play from Rondon there. I mentioned it. He's up there on his own, wins the ball, and eventually gets the corner. Good forward play.
Cicero on the edge of the penalty area. Ross. Clearance was an acrobatic one, and it was also an accurate one. Palacios just unable to find Mendoza. Paez there, Ricardo Paez that is. Currently plays his club football in Ecuador with the Barcelona club.
I think it was a foul, wasn't it? Just clipped by Pizarro.
Tried to take the free kick quickly then, but the flag is raised for offside against Alexander Rondon, who's just joined Sao Paulo of Brazil. He signed after playing against Sao Paulo for Deportivo Tarica, who did so well in the Copa Libertadores this year. Now there might be something on here for Peru. Pizarro held up by Hernandez. Needed some help, but none was forthcoming.
Just a final pass there to Pizarro. A better pass, he would have been in on goal. In the end, just forced too wide and couldn't make anything of it.
Crowd are making a lot of noise at the start, but they've been quietened. Roas. And by Rondon. Beautifully switched then by Arango. Baenia. Well, some encouragement there for Venezuela.
Yeah, it's a wonderful pass, wasn't it? Belania really should have done better, should have got a cross in, just delayed it, tried to turn inside. Chance was gone by then. You've got to get a cross in when you're in a good position like that.
Paez unable to deliver the cross. Vilches. He was fouled. Mendoza was once banned for playing for his country when he was involved in Olympic qualifying. He's 26 now, but as a youngster he was involved in one of the Olympic qualifying tournaments, and because he refused to sing the national anthem before one game, the Football Association or the Federation in Peru decided to suspend him from several fixtures. But now he's back and starting a game in the Copa America for the first time. He was on the bench for that opening fixture against Bolivia. In by Solana. One or two looks of concern in the crowd. It's not going as planned for Peru. Only too aware that now Colombia have maximum points from their opening 2 games. And it's Peru versus Colombia in the final fixture in Group A.
All of which means this really should be a game that Peru need to win. But they've certainly got to up their game a little bit. I think their final ball's let them down so far. With nothing wrong with the commitment. The fans are right behind them, but the final ball has let them down.
Farfan, he has got terrific acceleration and pace. Mendoza has terrific strength. Pizarro just ahead of him. Solano unable to deliver.
Yeah, it's a difficult one for him. It was behind him, head height. We've seen a lot of Solano over the last 5 or 6 years. And one thing you do know, he wants the ball into his feet, not on his head.
Farfan again the outlet for Peru. And by Mendoza. Neatly done by Venia. Luis Venia is an ever-present for Venezuela in internationals for the past 2 years. 30-year-old from Caracas. And what an opportunity there for Peru to take the lead. Mendoza driving the shot wide.
Oh, he should have scored, shouldn't he? Best chance of the game by far. He knows it as well, doesn't he? It's good skill in the first place. Flicks it into his teammate Farfan. Goes for the far corner, which you always tell forwards to do. But what he does do, here's the little flick. Back to him from Pizarro, actually, wasn't it? Mendoza drags it wide. Got to hit the target. Poor finish there from Mendoza.
Mendoza actually started the World Cup qualifying campaign in the Peruvian starting lineup, but he's subsequently been on the bench for the other 5 fixtures. On the bench for the opening game here in the Copa America. But the coach is looking for a much better performance, a much more positive performance than the one against Bolivia. Arango. That was worth the try.
Certainly was. Running at the defence. Defenders don't like that. No one really. They was trying to get him from behind, tackle him from behind, but there was no one coming out to him. Every right to have a shot. Did it slightly bobble up? Whatever, he didn't hit the target again. You've got to shoot from that position, though.
You did make the point earlier, Tony, that the pitch is not in particularly good condition.
No, we saw it in the opening game, didn't we? It's just bobbling around a little bit. A little bit hard, just as you go and strike the ball, try and pass the ball, bobbles up. Makes the players not look very good. But a lot of it can be down to the pitch.
Now there might be something on. Well, that's a brilliant ball in. Cicero to clear. Goalkeeper caught in no man's land really then. And still the pressure is on. It's Farfan. And it's Ray to clear. Peru now creating a bit more. Rebosio has gone down, following that challenge by Rondon.
And he looks in a bit of pain. It's the shoulder, isn't it? When he lands awkwardly, you can see it there. Rondon just trying to hold the ball up, getting behind him. Seems to be all right. Better spell of pressure though from Peru, wasn't it? Farfan, who drove the ball across the goal. Quite dangerous, and I think just before then Mendoza had just sort of gone in for it a little bit more application really, a bit more desire. I think he would have got the ball before the keeper.
Rebosio wincing, and so too Angelucci now, the Venezuelan goalkeeper. And of course there's more Copa America football here on Sky Sports. Next game up is Uruguay against Ecuador. Another double header late on Saturday evening. Look at that, Argentina had that 6-1 success in their opening game against Mexico. That should be some match. Velocio now back on his feet, the defender who for the last 4 years has been playing in Spain with Real Zaragoza. And he will now take the free kick.
Another poor free kick, wasn't it? You've got to give your forwards a chance. Can't just play it straight to the goalkeeper like that one there.
Farfan did so well to keep that ball in play. And he's got the chance to deliver the cross second time. Out by Ray. Arango. Ross getting a nudge in the back then.
It's wheelchairs, wasn't it? Just pushed him in the back. He made the most of it, didn't he, Rojas? Always going to win the free kick there.
Rojas, who started the first game on the bench against Colombia, came on for the last 25 minutes or so. That's a terrific header on by Arango. He is very much the star man for Venezuela. He's their all-time leading goal scorer.
Just need to, sorry Tony, they just need to get him on the ball a little bit more, but where they're defending so deeply and in so many numbers, not seen too much of it.
This is called Arangol. Their all-time leading goal scorer with just 10. The game has improved enormously in Venezuela in recent times. A nation obsessed by baseball. But now they've been given some encouragement that they can make progress in World Cup qualifying. Pizarro, total air kick, but now they might get a finish. And it's Farfan whose shot was deflected wide then.
Great play from Pizarro, wasn't it? Defenders hate that, running at them. Little step over, plays it to Farfan. Good defending, wasn't it? Hernandez, I think it was, who just about got a touch on it. He needed to.
Corner is taken quickly. Solano. Naby Solano, who was the first Peruvian to play in the Premiership when he joined Newcastle United. Well, the goalkeeper's come out an awful long way, and he's been caught out, and it's Jefferson Farfan who has given Peru the lead. Sloppy goalkeeping, and Venezuela have been punished. It's the man on his way to Europe, the man on his way to PSV Eindhoven, and could Peru now be on their way into the quarter-finals thanks to Jefferson Farfan?
Dreadful goalkeeping, isn't it? He's not looked comfortable all night. Angelucci, been time wasting, hasn't looked happy. It's just a long punt down the middle, isn't it? Comes a long way. He's about 16 yards out of his goal. It's the two defenders that really get in his way. Full marks to Farfan. In the end, rolls it into the empty net. But it's a howler from the goalkeeper. Good finish from Farfan.
Jefferson Farfan's first goal at Copa America. Peru, who made such a dreadful start, 2 goals down against Bolivia before they fought back to draw 2-2. Now they have the lead. You sensed it was always coming though, Tony.
Yeah, they deserve it, don't they? I mean, they push forward. Venezuela have shown very little in attack. They've had a few half chances. Mendoza really should have scored, shouldn't he? But now they've got the goal. Perhaps they might settle down a bit. It's lifted the crowd again, and perhaps the players will settle down and they can start to play their football.
Mentioned earlier that the coach was worried that they would get a bit too carried away as they did against Bolivia. The difference now, however, is that they've got the lead. Can they build on that? Rojas. Again, not much support for Rondon.
He's done well so far. Very, very difficult. It's one of the hardest positions. I mean, up front it's hard enough anyway, but playing up on your own, you've got to try and hold the ball up. You're working on scraps, and he keeps winning free kicks. Got his team a couple of corners. Done well so far. Very difficult up on your own.
That looked like a dreadful challenge. And now there's an incident off the ball, which is involving Solano. Rojas caught initially. And what did the referee see there?
And we just caught the end of that, didn't we? You might see it.
This
is actually the goal, isn't it? You see the goalkeeper. Look how far he comes out. I mean, normally they punch him, don't they? The foreign goalkeepers. I don't know what he tries to do. Tries to recover. It's too late. The ball's in the back of the net by then. He's either got to catch it or punch it. In the end, he does neither.
He was nearly caught out earlier in this first half when he tried to punch clear and only just managed to clear his penalty area. The referee has produced a yellow card, which has now been put back in his pocket. Palacios has been cautioned. He is putting the case for the defence. But as yet we haven't seen the replay, we haven't seen the evidence for the prosecution.
No, we haven't. Palacios and Rojas were involved in the original incident, weren't they? And when the camera panned round again, all we saw was the kick out on, and Solano was involved.
And what a difference a goal makes. Palacios just receiving some attention. A moment through down to 10 men. Cicero. Jimenez. Haven't seen too much from him so far. Normally in the centre of midfield, providing one or two of the options. Jimenez once more. Arango. Leonia just trying to get in behind the fullback then. Palacios now coming on. What's going on here? We've got another yellow card. This time to Rojas, who's just come back on the pitch. And he, of course, was involved in the original incident.
I think that's exactly what it was. He went off for treatment. I don't think the referee couldn't give him the yellow card while he was on the floor. He went off on the buggy. Now he's come back on. Quite right as well. He was involved in the incident, and Rojas gets a yellow card.
I've seen some cruel officials actually caution players while they're on the stretcher. Not Senior Salma.
Well, I think the point is the player needs to see he's received the yellow card. If you're laying on the floor injured, you don't always see it, so that's the best way to do it. Good refereeing from Mr. Selman.
Inevitably plenty of pushing and pulling going on inside that penalty area. And Giulici this time decides to catch and does rather better. Hernandez with Pizarro. Pizarro, the striker who plays for Bayern Munich. He started his career in Germany with the Werder Bremen. Paez. Now Rojas. Venezuela just trying to press the game into the Peru half now. Palacios making a nuisance of himself there, trying to put Cicero and Ray under a bit more pressure. Neat interception by the skipper. Four members of the Venezuela lineup play for the Caracas club, including the skipper Ray. Oh, was that a clean tackle? It was a brilliant tackle if it was by Cicero. So strong there to hold off Mendoza.
It's a fantastic tackle. Had to get the ball, and he did. Otherwise it was a penalty and possibly a red card, but great tackle that was.
Rondo. Now he has got a bit more support. Vernia. Away from Farfan. Rondon again prepared to work and to work hard.
Here he is again, Mendoza, he's in. Cicero, what a fantastic tackle that is. Mendoza's appealing for the penalty, but Cicero got the ball with his left foot, dragged the ball round. Good refereeing and a fantastic tackle as well.
Cicero, another of the Venezuelan team who's played some football in Europe. He had a year with Benfica of Portugal back in 2002, but wasn't really a hit.
Perhaps see it from the referee's angle here. There you can see it. What a superb tackle.
Pizarro. Managed to get past Ray, but not Vernia. He's back with Pizarro. Solano. Played out by Jimenez to Hernandez. Venezuela, known as the Vino Tinto. Tribute to their claret shirts. Farfan's goal separating these two teams. Just a couple of minutes now to half-time here in Group A. Colombia with the maximum points from their two games. Bolivia with the 1 point from their opening 2-2 draw with Peru. Peru here looking to secure second place. Ray over the ball. Now Venezuela are prepared to commit men forward. Arango up. Arango again. And Rondon was just walking back from what would have been an offside position.
I'm just wondering as we approach half-time here, you know, what Coach Richard Paez will do for Venezuela. I mean, they've only got one player playing up front. They're now a goal behind. They've really got to get bodies forward. Will he change at half-time? Will he go with two up front? Or will he stick with it how it is? But, I mean, the way things are, Venezuela are going out and going home, aren't they? They really need to get some more bodies forward and be a bit more attack-minded.
They have got Massimo Maggiotta on the bench. Born in Italy. Indeed, he's an Italian under-18 international, but his family are from Venezuela. Came on as a substitute in the opening game, a big bustling striker. Maybe there'll be a chance for him. But at the moment, there's another opportunity for Peru. Final minute of this first half. Intelligently worked free kick. It should have been. Farfan down. The referee says play on. Hernandez. 2 minutes of stoppage time there. Cicero. Really dominant figure at the back for Venezuela. Unlike the goalkeeper, whose howler has presented Peru with their opening goal.
Well, it was a howler, but you've got to say they deserve it. Created more chances. And credit to Farfan for being in the right place at the right time. But it's got to go down as a really poor bit of goalkeeping by Angelucci.
Venezuela, I should say, to have the free kick and want to take it quickly. Here's Hernandez. Now Aranga. He's almost looking over his shoulder at the referee, then anticipating the free kick for the foul.
I thought it was a foul, but they've got to get him more on the ball, haven't they, Arango? It did look a foul. The referee was having none of it.
Rondo. Just lost his footing then as he tried to turn inside Farfan. Vilches picks out Pizarro. He felt he was pushed in the back. Here's Roas. Rondon scuffed his shot. Hernandez. No way through for Aranga. He skippered it well then, just holding off Mendoza. Allowed his goalkeeper to come out and to claim the ball. So a first half which very much went to plan, with Peru expected to win this one. They struggled in their opening game. They struggled for a while to assert themselves against Venezuela, but following a slip by Gilberto Angelucci, it was Jefferson Farfan who shot Peru into the lead. In Lima then at half-time, it's Peru 1, Venezuela 0.
Laurie Sanchez and Ray Houghton are our guests this morning, and we shall look back at what was a half full of chances, but only one that counted. A dreadful error from the goalkeeper, and the man destined for PSV Eindhoven in Europe next season scored.
Ibanez is all set, the Peruvian goalkeeper, who had precious little to do during the first half. And there is a change here by Venezuela at the start of the second half. Moran is on in place of Roas. It's a swap really from the opening fixture, because Roas was brought into the starting lineup for this second game. Moran was the man who was left out, so the coach has gone back to plan A. It does give Venezuela an extra attacking option.
Well, I think they needed it, didn't they? I mentioned it just before half-time. Needed to make a change, and they've just got to push forward. They're going home the way things are at the moment. They're going out of the competition, even though they've got one game still to play. But they've got to go for it. They can't just sit back and lose 1-0.
So Venezuela now with an extra striker on to support Alexander, who worked tirelessly for them during the opening 45 minutes. Now he's got a little bit of help, and Venezuela as a team need a lot of help. They do need a goal. Otherwise, they know that their tournament is just about over. They have performed remarkably well, though, in World Cup qualifying. They're currently in 6th place of the 10 who trying to squeeze into those top 4 positions in South America. The top 4 will go through to Germany automatically, and the 5th place country will play off against the winners of the Oceania group. Peru haven't been to the World Cup since 1982, and their standing in world terms has slipped in recent times. They're now 72nd in the FIFA rankings. And the coach, Oturi, the Brazilian coach, says that as a country they need to have more faith. We need to believe.
Seems a long way off, doesn't it? The good old days of Cubilas. What a great player he was for Peru.
Those days seem a long way off, so does the World Cup of 2006, but in South America they started qualifying back last September, and they aren't yet halfway through the qualifying programme. Pizarro was certainly hoped to be playing in Germany in 2006. He'll be back there in August to start the Bundesliga campaign with Bayern Munich. It was a really hefty challenge by Paez, and it's a yellow card. Coach's son is cautioned.
Poor challenge, wasn't it? Didn't play the ball at all, just played the man. Salas. Yellow card for Paez.
Peru tonight without Jorge Soto as one of their most experienced defenders. It's given Guillermo Salas his chance in the starting lineup. The big three together there. Farfan, the goal scorer, Mendoza and Pizarro. In by Solano. Vanilla with the header clear. Pizarro again, who's looking for the free kick. And has got the free kick.
He was certainly looking for it. I think there was minimal contact. See here, he puts it past him. He does stick his arm out, doesn't he, Belania? A clever play from Pizarro. Got a free kick in a dangerous position now. I'd like to see a better delivery from Nobby Solano on this one.
Solano takes charge. 5 white shirts inside the penalty area, soon to be 6. Lots of movement too. These are tense moments in that Venezuela defence. Gracias coming across to join Salas on this near side. Here's Pizarro. It's a really good turn by Claudio Pizarro, denied in the end by Hernandez. Negocio Strong, defender who the past 4 years has been playing in Spain with Real Zaragoza. Richard Paez, the Venezuelan coach, actually qualified as a doctor. His special subject was trauma injury. He's endured a few traumas in his time as coach of Venezuela as well. And indeed, in his time as a player, he said that the humiliation of an 11-0 defeat by Argentina many years ago almost persuaded him to take up medicine full time. Mendoza trying to bustle through. That shot from Palacios is driven into the side netting. Well, they were caught cold a little bit there, Venezuela. They should have cleared, but they didn't.
Well, that's exactly right. It's the same again, isn't it? The central defence just looking at each other. I mean, Palacios in the end, he just snatches his shot. It's a ridiculous angle to try a shot from. But they've got to deal with it better defensively. Look, you know, we're talking about it at half-time. He just got to deal with it. Put the ball out of play if need be. Put it out for a corner, but don't just leave it. It's the worst thing you can do.
Paez. Nevitali. Here's Ray. Now Hernandez. Closed down quickly by Pizarro. Pizarro works very hard for the team.
He's had a good game tonight. Not only does he work hard for the team, when he gets the ball, you just feel that he's got a little bit of magic in his boots. He's going to make things happen.
Here's Rondon. Trying to give himself some room for the shot, but was unable to deliver that shot. Arango. Hernandez. Peru at the moment happy to sit back.
But they're happy to sit back because Venezuela just haven't created anything. They only had one shot in the first half and that wasn't on target, so certainly got nothing to fear.
Driven forward by Ray. Negocio to clear with Salas' assistance. Here's Pizarro. Ball flag eventually went up, and it was a late flag then. Ball just hanging in the air for an awful long time. Mendoza thought he was in then.
Very late flag, wasn't it? What a fantastic pass though from Pizarro. Got loads of time, hasn't he? When he plays it, oh, it's very tight. You can see how late the flag goes up. Wonderful passer.
And by Mendoza. This is far too deep for Mendoza, but Farfan will just about manage to keep the ball in play. He's done enough to win the free kick. Well, twice now Avanier has been penalised when perhaps he would feel that he should have had the advantage. First when Pizarro tumbled, and now when Farfan went down.
I'm not sure he'd done a lot wrong there, the defender. I think it was more Farfan's sort of almost standing on the ball. The free kick's been given though.
Solano has stepped aside to give Palacios his chance. Driven right across that penalty area. Rondon is fouled. Peru drew their opening fixture against Bolivia 2-2. They had a warm-up game against Argentina in New Jersey the back end of June. They were beaten 2-1. Nobby Solano scoring from the penalty spot. Here they lead 1-0. A first half goal from Jefferson Farfan. And by Farfan. And it's Mendoza who shoots wide. Well, they're creating more and more.
Oh, it's another wonderful chance for him, isn't it? Perhaps he's got that chance in the first half on his mind, because what he tries this time, he tries to side foot it. And really it's crying out for him to strike it back across the goal, which is what he done in the first half. He missed the target that time. This time he tries to be precise. He's gone for the near post. And again, it's a poor finish.
Distinct change of approach there by Peru as well, with Heijo getting well forward to support Pizarro. They've varied their tactics in the second half. Farfan is always tied to that left touchline, however. A tremendous skill there by Jefferson Farfan. And by Solano. Now there's a break on, led by Arango. Moran. Shots deflected. But gathered by Ibanez.
Bit more positive though, wasn't it, from Venezuela? That man Arango, good run to start the move. First we've seen a Moran getting on the ball. And that's what they've got to do.
It's been better to watch in the second half.
It has, yeah. There seems to be a lot more space. Peru is certainly exploiting that at the moment. It seems to have much more time on the ball. Already had a few half chances. The game's still not over yet.
Venezuela just trying to up the tempo a little bit. Hernandez. Paez. I'm sure that Rondon won't give up the chase. Pizarro has made a real nuisance of himself for Peru, and you could say the same of Alexander Rondon, playing as a lone striker for Venezuela in the first half.
I think he'd be pleased with the substitution at half-time. But despite the fact they've got two players up front, they really still need to push up as a team. It's got to come from the back four. They've got to push up as a unit, squeeze up a little bit more, try and play in Peru's half. And above all else, try and create some more chances for those front two.
Tremendous work again by Pizarro to dispossess Hernandez. He can't get the better of Cicero. Jimenez. That will be Peru's throw. Peruvian coach had to appear before Congress when they made such a poor start to World Cup qualifying to explain why results were so bad. Imagine the pressure he's under now should they not fail to make the quarterfinals of the tournament being played in their own country.
Well, that's the least their demand, isn't it? The home crowd, quarterfinals. They're well on course for that at the moment. Against what you've got to say at the moment is a poor Venezuelan team.
Goes foul on Vilches.
Just a little nudge, wasn't it?
Mendoza's header on. Strong combination at the back for Peru with Rebosio alongside Asquiete. Benia. Moran might get a second chance. Jimenez was aware of the danger. I'm glad to see another substitution. Rondon has now done his bit. Worked tirelessly for the cause in the opening 45 minutes. And now we see big Maggio. Massimo Maggiotta, striker who plays for Vicenza in Italy. Straight swap really, came on as a substitute in the opening game, the game that Venezuela lost 1-0 against Colombia. Yellow card there for Mevitali.
Yeah, I think it was a yellow card, wasn't it? I'm just looking at the substitution. I'm surprised at that. Rondon, I think he's worked hard. I think he has looked dangerous. Done a good job for his team. Thankless task, and I really feel that they need to put forwards on, not take forwards off.
Tremendous header again from Mendoza, and a decent save by Angelucci, who just had to readjust then. Bounced to the ball, very nearly deceived the goalkeeper.
Yeah, but he could have had a hat-trick tonight, couldn't he? Seemed to take ages to get towards the goal. Heads it down. A little bit of side spin on the ball. Dreadful marking again, isn't it? Two of them, free header, palmed out.
Venezuela not concentrating following that substitution. Rondon has gone off to be replaced by Maggiotta. Maggiotta now in partnership and attack with Rubeth Moran. Jimenez. Arango. Maggiotta's cross. Benia. And again by Maggiotta. And Benia is offside.
Better play though from Venezuela. Good possession. Worked the ball across, was patient, worked it back across again. You can see the fullback there. Just didn't quite get back quick enough.
So far in World Cup qualifying, Venezuela have enjoyed wins against Uruguay, a 3-0 away win, which says something about the way in which football in Uruguay has suffered and struggled in recent years. They also defeated Bolivia at home 2-1, no real surprise there. And they also won in Colombia 1-0.
There's a couple of great results there that you mentioned, isn't it? Against Uruguay and Colombia.
The next fixture is against Paraguay in September. There's a chance here for a second goal, surely for Peru, and they've got that second goal, and it's Nabi Solano. So easy. Totally unmarked on the edge of that penalty area. The ball just squared out to him. And Solano made sure with great style.
I think it fell to the right man, didn't it? The cross itself was behind everyone. Solano's coming in. Just coming in off the line. Doesn't panic at all. You see the cross is pulled backwards. What a great finish. Doesn't lash at it. He knows exactly what he wants to do. It's all he can see is that corner. And you have confidence in your own ability and just stroke it in there. Great finish from Solano. Been a great player in the Premiership. Now at Aston Villa, of course, but it was a great finish. Very composed.
Nobby Solano was substituted in the opening game, the 2-2 draw against Bolivia, where for a while nothing was going right for Peru. Now gets their second goal here. He's also been popping them in World Cup qualifying. He's scored 3 goals in 5 games so far for his country. Another yellow card. Lernier now cautioned for that foul on Farfan.
I think could have played the advantage there, the referee. I mean, it probably was a yellow card offence. It was a good back heel from Farfan. They were in good possession, Peru. Didn't really need to blow up. Could have always gone back and booked him afterwards. See it here. Lovely little flick from Farfan. It is a yellow card offence, but you can see they're breaking down the left-hand side there. They enjoyed that one, didn't they? The Peruvian crowd. Just what they needed. They needed to settle down, needed to get the second goal. I think everyone here with us tonight feels a bit more confident now with that one going in.
Turi, their coach there, mentioned after the opening fixture that their nerves showed, and it was probably true for the opening 20 minutes or so here before they got that opening goal. Farfan scoring after 33 minutes of the first half. And now Nobby Solano making it 2-0.
Yeah, see here.
Finish.
Yeah, I mean it is, isn't it? You see, he knows exactly what he wants to do. Cross is pulled back behind everyone. You can see it from that angle. He's just hardly got anything to aim at. He just strokes it into the corner. Really is a top-class finish from Solano.
Can Peru now go on and get more goals? Coach decided to be adventurous. He brought in Mendoza. Against Bolivia, Pizarro was very much a lone striker, with Farfan operating wide on the left. Put out by Hale. Another yellow card. And that means that May Vitali is off. It's a second yellow. He's only just been cautioned. And now Venezuela are down to 10 men. It's been a horrible second half for them. Frustration starting to show.
Got to say, it's a stupid challenge. He knows he's on a yellow card. Just turns his back. As soon as you turn your back, you're going to clatter into the player. He should just stand his ground and let the player play it. Absolutely needless sending off. And now it will be very hard for the Venezuelans. Got to keep the score down now. It's always going to be tough with 11 men on the pitch, 2-0 down, but to go down to 10, I think it's a substitution, is it, straight away?
Yes, the coach's son is going off, Ricardo Paez. He will be replaced by Hector Gonzalez. Gonzalez used as a sub in the opening game as well. Plays his club football in Argentina. He's a midfielder, but he can also operate as a right back, so it's a strange switch. Damage limitation seems to be the message from the coach now.
I think so, yeah. Got the allays going now.
Arango. Back to Gonzalez. And again by Arango. Flag has stayed down this time. Two waiting. And yet again they couldn't deliver.
Poor ball, wasn't it, from Gonzalez? Just come onto the field of play. He's in a great position. He's got to stand it up though to the far post. Don't know what he tries to do in the end. I mean, it's just a really weak effort to the near post. He's got to get his foot right underneath the ball, chip it up to the far post and give your forwards something to go at. The service to the forwards tonight has been really poor for Venezuela.
And Jota complains. There's no doubt there that he was a long way offside, or appeared to be a long way offside. Ooh, it was quite tight.
It was tight, wasn't it?
Salam. And by Pizarro. Here they come again. Hernandez diving in and just doing enough there. Arango, who's such a creative midfielder now, helping his defence out. Not too many opportunities for him to get forward. Not too many opportunities for Venezuela at the moment to get out of their own half. Gonzalez. Around with Vilches. You'd think they'd look happier than that.
You would have thought so, wouldn't you? 2-0 up, opposition down to 10 men. Should be some more goals before the end.
Terrific header on by Pizarro. Wonderful interception by Hernandez. And he had to get that. It means so much to this nation. The Copa America should be played in Peru. Many of the stadiums are being refurbished. Best part of £4 million has been set aside. Domestically, it was in some disarray towards the end of last year. The closing championships were actually abandoned. Several player strikes. In the end, the Federation decided to allow Sporting Cristal and Alianza Lima to go through into the Copa Libertadores, even though the championship was still unresolved. On by Farfan. Suspicion of a handball there by Ray, but he was close enough to the referee to get the verdict. And Hernandez here is going to be in a bit of trouble.
Well, it was a handball in the first place, and he's just shown dissent to the referee. He just can't argue when the referee shows him a yellow card. Got to keep their heads now, Venezuela. They can't afford to go down to 9 men.
There's every possibility of that happening.
Yeah, I think
there's so many yellow cards issued. And by Palacios. Great work by Mendoza. Here's Farfan. Call him the Little Seal. Pizarro! Terrific thump from Claudio Pizarro. Well dealt with by Angelucci. Just managed to take the sting out of the shot, but grateful to hold on at the second attempt.
Great effort, wasn't it? Gets the ball out of his feet. Good strike. Good save in the end from Angelucci.
Hernandez. Palacios. Mendoza. It's been quite a contest between those two, hasn't it? Mendoza and Cicero.
It has, yeah. He's done all right, Cicero. He's a bit hesitant a couple of times, but in the main he's done okay. But Mendoza, I think, has had an excellent game. It's just his finishing that's let him down. Mentioned it when he had that third chance. He really could and should have had a hat-trick by now.
Solano over the ball. Oh, it's a free header and it's another goal. A brilliantly taken goal. And this time it's Akasiete, the central defender, who's come forward. It was a bullet header, brilliantly taken. But again, you have to ask questions about some of the marking.
Well, there wasn't any marking, was there? It's a wonderful ball in again from Solano. It's a free header. And it's not for the first time as well. See it here, Solano's ball in. They just don't pick him up. No one stays with him. You see Akasiete coming in. Everyone says, oh, you deal with it. No one deals with it, and he puts it in the back of the net. Good header, powerful header. It's just a case now of how many goals do Peru want to score.
Is there to be any consolation from Venezuela? Akasiete, 26-year-old who only came into the professional game at the age of 23. He has played in the last two World Cup qualifying fixtures. Something of a fast track to the top for him. Pizarro. No way through for Salas. Arango surrounded. Venezuela have the free kick. So it's safe to assume, I think, at this stage that Colombia and Peru will be making progress from Group A.
Definitely.
Oh, they've pulled the goal back. What a wonderful goal it was too, from Maggiota. Brilliant finish. Big Massimo on as a substitute has done what they asked him to do. He's delivered.
I don't think it will change the end result. I think we'll still see Peru win. What a fantastic finish that was.
Well, the coach wasn't expecting that.
No,
neither were we.
It's not an easy technique. Ball's bouncing up, he's waiting a long time for it to come down. Smashes it on the volley. Past the keeper Ibanez before he can even move. Wonderful finish. Perhaps he'll get a place in the starting lineup for the next game now.
He was actually born in Venezuela. His family emigrated to Italy, rather the family emigrated to Venezuela just after the Second World War. He was born in Venezuela, but then the family decided to return to Italy, and indeed he's been capped by Italy at under 18 and under 21 level. But when Venezuela came calling, Maggiota was more than happy to play for his country. It was Peru who staged the fight back against Bolivia on day one of these championships. But with 15 minutes to go, it's unlikely that Venezuela will repeat the act. The goalkeeper again, Angelucci, has come out a long, long way. He didn't get away with it in the first half when Farfan scored, but he managed it then.
Here we see the goal again. It's one of the hardest skills in the game, volleys. Made it look so easy. Head over it, knee over it, smash it into the back of the net.
Pizarro is down. Don't forget that there's more Copa America football here on Sky Sports on Saturday evening. Uruguay against Ecuador is the opening fixture. Following that, we'll have Argentina versus Mexico. What a contest that could prove to be. Peru made a couple of changes for this particular fixture. They left out Jorge Soto. And it looks very much as though Soto will be getting a run out for this last 15 minutes or so. The worry will be that Pizarro might not be in any condition to continue.
But they can't afford to lose him injured, can they, Pizarro? Important part of this Peru team. Had a good game tonight.
Palacios on to Solano. Hale. Ray will be the favourite to clear. And Peru desperately unfortunate then. Mendoza still sharp and alert, as was Maggiota with that finish.
Stunning finish, wasn't it? Been a bit disappointed with Ray, the Venezuelan centre-half. He keeps leaving the ball to his goalkeeper. Too indecisive, and it's cost him. Certainly cost him for the first goal, and there's been many other times where he just leaves the ball and expects other people to deal with it. Doesn't mark at corners and free kicks. And he's a captain as well. He's had a poor game tonight.
Here's Jimenez into Arango. Moran. Give and go for Moran. Palacios. Here's Salas. Pizarro back on. And by Solano. Here's Farfan. Seemed to be caught in two minds then. He was just willing the ball out to his feet so he could maybe have a shot then. But the angle wasn't quite right for him, and then the angle wasn't quite right for the cross either.
No, he was just forced too wide, wasn't he? I think he wanted to shoot. Ended up, tried that cross. Didn't put a good one in.
Peru about to make a substitution. Nobu Solano is going off and he's getting a standing ovation. Palacios is the big hero here, but Nobu Solano not too far behind, and neither is Jorge Soto, who's for the best part of 90 caps for his country, left out of the starting lineup for this game. They've taken off a midfielder, brought on a defender. Palacios. Salas. Here's Pizarro. He just can't get the ball off him. Oh, he's looking for a penalty there. Now, which way has this gone? Because Ray is furious. He's sure that
if it's not
Pizarro
penalty,
died.
yeah, it's got to be a yellow card, hasn't it, for Pizarro? It's a shame because it was great skill in the first place. Brought the ball down, goes on a mazy run, knocks it past him. You can see there's no contact whatsoever there. I think it's always pleasing to see the referee give out a yellow card when that's the case. If it's a penalty, yeah, great penalty, but I mean, he's just diving here. There's no one absolutely near him.
And it's not the first time in this second half that he's done that with
no.
Vernier. Hernandez. Luango has done enough to win the free kick. Another goal now might just make things interesting for this last 10 minutes or so. They both show strong. Here he is again. And Venezuela cruelly exposed at the back once more as Soto breaks forward. They're still following up, and they're still ready to create openings. Well, he's done everything but score tonight, Mendoza.
He just looks a bit short of confidence to me in front of goal. It's a lovely ball into him. He could almost have let it run across his body, strike it with his right foot. He's trying to get it onto his left foot. And in the end, didn't make the most of the opportunity. But overall, his game's been excellent, Mendoza. Just the finishing. Perhaps if he can get that goal, one going off the shin or something, we might see him really develop and flourish in this competition.
He actually scored the winning goal for Bruges in Milan in the Champions League right at the start of the season, the European season anyway. Then he lost his place in the Bruges lineup and had to be content with a seat on the substitutes bench for much of the second half of the season. We've spotted some pushing there as Cicero charged forward.
I don't think there was an awful lot wrong there, was there? But the referee's quite clear, you can see him. Says there was a push.
Just wonder how this performance will be viewed in Peru. So many question marks about the coach's selection for the opening game. Another hit and hope, this one from Moran.
I think the problem with the Peru performance, it's hard to judge how good or bad it's been because of Venezuela. They have been disappointing. This is Moran's shot, long way out. Might have taken a slight deflection, but a goal kick's been given. But you can't really say just how good it's been from Peru. All right, they're winning 3-1, but I've been very disappointed with Venezuela.
Venezuela have arrived in Peru with much the squad that they would use for their World Cup qualifying fixtures. And similarly, Peru, knowing full well that the competition here is in their own backyard, decided to play their strongest 22 or feature their strongest 22. Sierra Luther is the player waiting to come on. That was awkward for Ibanez. Well, Moran is getting his range. We saw one effort which was way wide. That one was on target, and you never know, just occasionally those go in.
Yeah, again, he was waiting a while for the ball to settle so he could hit it on the volley. Good effort in the end, swerved a little bit. The goalkeeper had to make the save. They can't, you know, there's only 5 or 6 minutes left, but they can't afford to let them keep having shots from distance. If one of them goes in 3-2, it will be a nervy last 5 minutes.
They're definitely a bit more robust in attack since Maggiota came on.
He's put himself about. I think he's done well.
We mentioned in the first half that their scoring record is very poor. Arango, who's the star man for Venezuela, has only ever scored 10 goals at international level, and he's their all-time highest scorer. Well, Solano got a great round of applause, and so too Roberto Palacios, who was on the bench for the opening game, but in from the start here. He's a massive hero in Peru. Chilitza is the player who's come on. Oh dear, Pizarro diving in, and Pizarro now surrounded. Now Claudio Pizarro's already been cautioned for a deliberate dive, and the referee is reaching to his pocket. It's a second yellow for the skipper, and Claudio Pizarro is sent off.
Again, it's a silly challenge, isn't it? The referee's already blown for the original foul. There's the original foul. Look at Pizarro. Look, the whistle's gone. It's an awful challenge. Gonna have no complaints about getting a red card for that one, let alone a second yellow. And what a shame, because he's been excellent tonight. Good entertainment. I didn't like his dive for the original yellow card. He's been sent off, there's no doubt about that. He's got to leave the pitch now.
A reckless challenge by Claudio Pizarro. He is off. He will miss the final game in Group A. Not that it really matters to Peru.
Well, that's the only consolation, isn't it? I don't think there'd be anything at all on the last game. Just a silly challenge.
So both teams now down to 10 men. Venezuela having had Mayes Vitali sent off earlier in the second half for his second yellow card. Arango. Here's a clever ball forward. Just 2 minutes remaining.
Yeah, it's Margiotta, isn't it, in the middle offside. He's got to come out with the defenders. A little bit lazy there.
Margiotta, who beat Ibanez with that wonderful shot. It was a goal that gave Venezuela briefly some hope. Fafa. He's looking for the corner kick. The referee decides to award the goal kick. Jimenez. Leo Jimenez's father was actually a goalkeeper, played professionally in Venezuela. His son is a constructive midfielder, and Venezuela just trying to create something here late on. Soto has taken on board the skipper's armband now that Pizarro has been sent off, and the new skipper leading by example there, just
good defending.
Easing that ball to safety.
Yeah, good ball from Gonzalez.
That was a free header. The whistle is actually gone. Moran following up. The seconds ticking by, and Ibanez in no real hurry now to take this free kick.
See again there, the header comes in. Whistle had long gone before Moran put it in the back of the net.
3 extra minutes then. Jimenez. Gonzalez. Here's Arango. Expecting so much from Arango here, the midfielder who plays his club football in Mexico. At the age of 24, he's very much the star of the Venezuelan team. That was Arango's cross.
You've got to say, if it stays like this, it's a good result for the tournament. I think you want to see the host nation staying as long as possible. And it's been a good performance, I think, from Peru. Poor one from Venezuela. But Peru are going to be through to the quarterfinals. I think that's good for the tournament in general.
Gonzalez goes flying. Peru playing both their opening fixtures in the Estadio Nacional in Lima, the capital. Arango! Did so well to dig that ball out. He seemed to have it trapped between his feet for a moment, but although there wasn't much of a backlift, he did manage to dig the ball out and very nearly test Ibanez.
He did. He is trying to dig the ball out. Played a little 1-2 with Margiotta. Looks a good player, doesn't he, Arango? When he does get the ball, it does look like he's going to make things happen. Just I don't think there's been on the ball enough tonight to influence the game.
Jimena, they're diving in on Hale.
Little studs, yeah, little studs in the side, wasn't it? I don't think he meant it, did he, too much, Jimenez. He's gone for the ball, just caught him on the side.
And again towards Margiotta. Hernandez. On by Ray. Moran loses out. Some last trickery from Farfan. He has terrific acceleration. It's a brilliant run by Farfan. He might get his chance. Instead, he's set up Mendoza. And again, Mendoza has found the side netting as opposed to the net.
How many chances does he want in the game? I think what he has done wrong, he's played it with his left foot. The ball is surely got to let the ball roll across his body. Right foot, just stroke it in the corner. He's trying to take it with his left foot. A lovely ball, isn't it? Played in behind. There you go. He plays it with his left foot. Just let it run across him a little bit. He could even have took his time a bit more. Just stroke it past the keeper. It obviously favours his left foot, but there are times when you've got to get efforts on goal with your right foot. Could have had 5 goals, I'll make it now, Mendoza. See it again from another angle. Played onside. I think he's had probably 3 fantastic opportunities and 2 very good ones.
Well, half the stadium there was sure that he had scored. Angelucci now back on his feet. We were supposed to have 3 minutes of stoppage time, but that has clearly been extended, and Mendoza has now gone off. The coach has seen enough. In fairness, he does need some attention. It was a brave attempt by Angelucci to save, although he had committed himself. He was already down almost before Mendoza's shot. Nudged on by Margiotta. Well, that is eventually the final whistle, and just listen to the roar of approval from this crowd in Lima. It was hugely entertaining. Peru have done what they threatened to do in the opening fixture. They drew 2-2 against